Good morning, everybody. How are you doing wherever you are in the world? We are the Space Junkies. Well, a Space Junkie, but there are two of us right here. So I am Szabi, and Dave is here with me. Hi, Dave.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, everybody, or good evening.
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
So this is a brief takeover from the Space Junkie team on What About It. If you happen to watch the 24/7 live stream, you are welcome to join us on the Y Plus channel. So this is the second channel, and we are going to talk about our favorite topic. We really hope you have a great morning or evening or afternoon or wherever you happen to be in the world. As you probably noticed, none of us is Felix. This is meant to be like a test program. So we are invited to just talk about our favorite topic, which is Starbase and obviously the Starship program. Right, so definitely make sure that you subscribe, you smash the like if you like what you hear and what you see. Show your support by subscribing to the What About It channel membership as a member, and also become a Patreon supporter. You get really cool access to really unique content like photos or such. So, also 24/7 stream. I need to put into your attention that What About It has a 24/7 stream. You can watch it anytime and you can check out what is really cracking on at Starbase. One more thing, there are regular episodes from Felix every Tuesdays and Fridays, so definitely stay tuned because these are usually action-packed and information-packed episodes. Definitely, you should not miss those. But I think without further ado, let's just kick off this live stream and let's see what happened at Starbase. As usual, at least we're trying to make it usual, that we start at Messi's and let's just check out, as far as I'm concerned, not really much happened at Messi's. It's a bit of a quiet place over there, right? What's going on at Messi's? About nothing.
Yes. So the Messi site is currently is but not so crowded, but some visitors will be coming up again, which will be exactly the S30 ship or the because it was one more Raptor vacuum changed or not changed but swapped again on Saturday, and we don't know why, but maybe the at the last static fire there wasn't right anything, and maybe SpaceX decided that it's better to swipe one engine, but that's because it's a swap. They will need one more static fire with S30, which is which can bit push it to the right. I mean the flight 5, because maybe, as you know, ship 30 is the flight 5 second stage. So maybe they will still need a bit more time to prepare themselves as is best.
Mm-hmm.
So currently it's a bit silent area, but in the next couple of days S30 will come back, and hopefully we will see a very nice static fire from him or from her again.
from it. Definitely, you can see on the screen that engine that this is what they swapped for, or this is the swapped engine. This is the new one, or this is the old one. Do we know?
That's the, as you know, so which is going inside, that's that's the new one, and
That's the new one.
currently what they are taking right now, that's the old one.
That's the old one. Okay.
And
Okay.
if you are interested, I can give you the numbers, exactly the serial
Of course
numbers.
we are. Please do.
Okay, so I have to check it. So the one
Three
398 has been swiped to the 384
swapped. Yeah.
swapped, yes. And
And
we
yep.
don't know whether this 384 is used already, but I suppose it's not, because otherwise maybe they won't need a new static fire with it. But since there will be a new static fire, and how do we know it? Because the new test and transport stand is already prepared, or has been actually staged
Moved into.
or moved into the Mega Bay 2 already.
Yes.
And S30 will be put on this new test and transport stand, and they will transfer to the massive site. So that's why we know that new static fire is coming.
Awesome. Awesome. Obviously, what you saw is from Lapadre. He is capturing basically anything that happens down there. So thank you for sharing those remarkable shots. And at least we could see that that engine was really swapped. What's interesting is, at least for me, that's absolutely new, that there's this new test stand that will come back alive and to use as soon as they're gonna put the F30 onto the test stand, and they will transport it back to Massey's. But when there is no action, they actually cover the stand, right?
Yes.
Which
Yes,
is
that's
which is a
because
good move, because otherwise there is some standing water inside, as we saw before.
any water or some dirt, and maybe they want to protect the whole stand, because maybe it's maybe it's not so positive thing if everything is dirty there, so they cover it
Yeah.
when nothing is there.
Yeah, yeah. What's remarkable is that after one static fire, seemingly there is no damage in it, so there
Yeah.
is not even a sign that it's been used, which is very good, because it means that the design works, and how they constructed it, it's really up for the task. So hopefully it will last long, and this is going to be a permanent solution for tests, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Of course, we can't see any details, especially in the pit, but maybe it's much more. It can withstand much more or much better as the previous test sends, when everything
Yep.
is just flown away
Yep.
in
Yep.
all directions. So hopefully this new flame diverter thing is working, and it will be a long duration solution for static fires. But maybe only that they are not maybe, but it's for sure that it's only for ships. So for the boosters, the orbital launch mount or launch mounts soon
Yep.
mounts, so plural. There will be for the booster static fires as well.
Yeah, yeah. We need to make a correction from the previous episode, what you can again find on What About It Plus channel. Our previous episode, we did some mistakes, or we didn't say everything correctly. Partially, I would say, because some of that was true and some of that was incorrect. So basically, what happened in the past is, when they were testing ships on these old, well, pad A and pad B, they were testing on both pads ships.
Pardon me?
At the launch site, they were using
Yeah.
both pad A and
Yes.
pad B for tests.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So when they were testing ships over there, to prevent the damage on the concrete underneath, they had to start the inner engines, so the sea level engines first, and then the vacuum engines after those. But now with the new crab stand and with the flame trench, they actually they can use the same sequence what they use during the flight. So first the RVAC engines are lit, and then the center engines following them. And obviously we can see during the flight that those center engines were actually pointed outwards, and as soon as the ship distance itself from the booster, then they close it in, and basically the proper thrust can be built up, and it can propel the ship to space.
Yeah, it's a very good sight. If when the center raptors they just sticking around, or I don't know. So
sticking out, and then they just closing in, and
yeah,
basically with the thrust vector control, it looks super duper cool. I love those sequences.
Last
Okay.
time, unfortunately, we couldn't see last time, but at flight 3, we could see these closing the Raptor center
Yes.
engine. So it was totally insane to see it
Yes.
first time. Wow.
SpaceX shared
Yeah.
on X on their profile some awesome footages. Yeah, that was amazing. Okay, I think we've done at Messi's, so let's see what's going on in the production side. Do we have anything to do at Sanchez?
Sanchez has even more free area because some tower segments has gone to the launch site, but we will cover it, of course, later. But this is a depot area recently, so of course every 9 segments and the chopstick different parts of the chopstick, so the 2 arms and the carriage has been taken here from the from Port Canaveral to Port Brownsville first, and then from Port Brownsville to the Sanchez. And there was a couple of weeks that everything was so crowded that you couldn't step one step, or if you just stepped one back or one to the right or left, you were catching at least one segment or something which was related to that tower too. But it has even more space because the segments are gone, or most of the segments are gone already. So I guess there is nothing special. Or there was S30 there until Saturday, but as we mentioned, it has been taken to the Mega Bay 2 after it.
I think on the photos are from 1st of August, and we still have some photos with ship 30 on it.
There is still
So the one showing the belly, so the black bit, the heat tiles.
Yeah, because after the previous static fire, they have moved it to here, so not in the Mega Bay 2 or High Bay or any base, but here to the Sanchez, and they have prepared it actually to the flight. But maybe they have seen the test datas in the meantime, and that's why they decided to swipe one more airvac, so vacuum Raptor, and that's why they have taken it to the Mega Bay 2. They swiped it, and we are waiting now to the transfer to the Messi's.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, before we move to the launch site, I would like to point out on this photograph, sorry, can we just see again the photo? Because there is the car park, and I don't know if you guys noticed, on the first 2 floors, on the first 2 levels, there are cars. So it's occupied by its habitants, it's a car park. So obviously it's going to be packed with cars, and hopefully it's going to eat up all the cars that usually parked all around Starbase and the launch site. So that's I think it's a big step forward, because it's going to make the whole area again more like a rocket factory and less like a factory/car park. so that's going to look
yes,
so
because
nice.
this Highway 4 looked like recently like a car parking lot or a parade. So I don't know how many hundreds of cars were just parked there, and of course that wasn't look like a real rocket factory. But now with the parking lot, it's much more like a rocket factory, of course.
Yep. Okay, let's see. let's see what was going on at the launch site, and let's just summarize that.
You mean the build side?
Sorry, the build side. Sorry, I'm talking. Yeah,
Okay.
rubbish here. Yes. So let's see that what test articles are in what base. Um, because we have three bays. There's usually one, the smaller one is the high bay, and they have Mega Bay 1, which is in the center on the screen, what you see now, and on the left we have Mega Bay 2. So what's in where?
And we have Michael Bay as well. Ho, ho, ho. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Okay, so a bit summarize. So from the right to the left, currently in the high bay, there is only one prototype, which is the S31, which fate is the same as S30 was, because the heat tiles. I mean the whole heat. How does they call it? Heat
Sorry,
shield.
what was
Yes.
it? Heat shield.
Okay.
Mhm.
You never listen when I needed you. So okay.
No, sorry, I was
Okay.
checking the
So
chat
but I remember already the word. So the heat
terminology.
shield.
Mhm.
Okay. So they will actually totally reconstruct the whole heat shield of the S31 as well, like in case of F30. So, but currently it's only it hasn't the SpaceX hasn't done too much since it has been scaffolded. So I don't know whether we have aerial photos or at least ground photos about on the Mega Bay or
I
High Bay. Sorry.
don't. I don't think we have anything looking inside the base. Unfortunately, no, we don't have anything. I mean, I can
Okay,
show
no
aerial
problem.
photos, but nah, we can't look inside. Yeah,
Okay, so
not this
what's
week.
it's important that S31 has been scaffolded scaffold has been built around the belly belly of S31, but no heat ties has been removed yet so far, as I know. But I guess they will start it in the next couple of days, because maybe they will rush it like in case of F30. So maybe we will see at the on next week already some progress, but currently nothing to cover. Okay, so we are going further to the left, actually in the center, which is the Mega Bay 1. There is nothing special as well in this bay, because it's the home of the boosters still, and there is a booster 12, 13, 14, and 15 already. So and from the four of the boosters, three has already finished. I mean the whole body of the boosters, and the booster 15 is I guess already all in two parts. So the one part is the methane tank section, and the other one is the LOX, so the liquid oxygen part. And I guess it will be stacked soon. But since almost all the day the door is open or door is closed, unfortunately we cannot see anything inside. So we just I don't know,
Guessing what's going on
guessing
inside.
what
Yeah.
what what can be going there.
hmm
Okay,
hmm
so
It's a good thing that they have the doors because it's more professional. I think it's better for the workers, but unfortunately it gives us less opportunity to sneak peek and just peep inside and see what's going on and what is built.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a
one
thing, and I think same thing happens with Mega Bay too. That
right.
they
Just one more thing that maybe we haven't covered it last week, but which is a good news, that the hot staging ring has been moved to the Mega Bay 1 for the booster 12, which is the flight 5 once the booster of the flight 5. And it's a good sign all the time when they move in moving in any hot staging ring for the current booster, because it shows that it's almost finished with the preparations, and that's the one of the last things when they put the hot staging ring on the top of the booster. And if we are going further to the Mega Bay 2, actually, currently there is FS30, but it will it will change very soon, I guess, maybe today or tomorrow. We don't know yet. And the other very good thing, and maybe it's more important and more exciting, that S33 is building quite in a good shape, a good pace, because as you can see, the nose cone, the payload section, and the forward section of the methane tank is already covered or already put or welded together. And you can see currently on this video that they are moving as one part with the middle or the common dome section, which is actually between the methane and the LOX, so the LOX, liquid oxygen section. So they are constructing it quite fast. So
Also, one more thing. Sorry, before I forget. So this is the new crane mechanism. What is it called? The this arm that they are lifting the boosters. Sorry, the ships. This mechanism that holds the whole thing. What is it called?
I don't know don't know now.
But this is the new one, right? The
Yeah,
four
that's for
point.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
lift.
4-point lifter, yes.
Yes, because when they're gonna show the top bit, you can see that section, well, that mechanism, and I think last time around we spoke about it, and yeah, now you can see, yeah, just it's all around there basically.
Yeah.
So because it's much bigger, so I think that gives away that they are already using the new mechanism. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's possible because as we talked about, I guess last time, the forward flaps have been moved a bit backwards, so that's why they have space to have 2 more lifting points on the at the nose cone or on the bottom of the nose cone.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I mean to see a look at this bit. What
Yes.
is this bit exactly? So this is between the common. Sorry, I don't want to put you in the in the spot with my questions.
To be honest, I don't know exactly. I have guessing, but
This is the downcomer for sure, right? This is the downcomer.
That's a downcomer, and maybe that's for sloshing, preventing. But that's only my guess. I'm not sure, but that's because maybe or that's something structural strengthening. Maybe as you remember, in case of Booster 7, there was a quite big crack when this big what's it? But I know that that was by in case of Booster, but the downcomer is almost the same, and it has to be very withstand, or it has to withstand quite big pushing from all around.
Forces.
The forces, yes, and that's why maybe they have strengthened it. But that's a guess only.
Okay, but chat, I mean, we always want you to interact with us. If you know what exactly this bit is, probably there are some people in the chat who are holding this information, so don't withhold it, please, and share it with us in the chat. Also, let us know if the stream is all right. We want your questions, please. If we can answer them, just please feel free to ask them, and we are more than happy. And again, thanks very much for La Padre for this amazing view inside Mega Bay 2. Yeah,
Sure.
Great stuff. Okay.
I don't know if we have to cover anything else on production site, or can we move to the launch site? What do you think?
Probably just quickly, just a few words. I mean, just let's take a look at the new office building, because it's definitely progressing slowly but surely. I mean, it's
Fast but
really
surely.
yeah. I mean, it's incredible how the pace that they are building these headquarter or offices, and also
That's the only angle what we have from the air about this building, or there is from the other side, maybe that because there are some progress can be seen. I mean the glasses.
Not really. This is no. That's all we have, I think. Yeah. No. But
Okay.
yeah. Just mention it because that's important.
I hope the viewers will trust us, and they will believe that there are some new glass parts
installed.
glass surfaces already installed on the side of the highway, where is the highway for. On that side, there are some glass panels already installed. So it's again a good sign that they are processing quite fast with the construction. Yeah, and this new third part, which is facing towards us, it's a bit strange because nor the height, nor the nothing is like the same as in case of the two other parts. But yeah, we will
I
see
think
how it will look like. But yeah,
there is nothing wrong with this, that it's not symmetric or it's not the same. Who knows what purpose this building is going to serve? They do whatever they think like they need. One more thing, maybe it's not the best angle, but here is this green
our
bit
famous
here.
area.
Yes, this is an old-time famous area. So we are talking about this bit here. So this is called the football field, and it looks like they managed to struck an agreement with the owner, and officially it's not closed. The case is not closed yet, but it looks like, I mean, some sources are saying that they actually finalizing the deal, and very soon it's gonna be official. And so let's just briefly. So they supposed to continue this line. Am I correct? So let me see. I'm just gonna draw the line. So they supposed to continue Star Factory here and then elevate it, and basically this is how, well, something like this. Something like this.
We can imagine.
Yeah, just please use your imagination. But what I'm trying to awkwardly and very clumsy, in a clumsy way, say is that they supposed to fill this area here
Yes.
and build a star factory bit here. Do you think they're gonna finish it at some point?
I don't know. It depends. It depends how they will progress with the inside job. So yeah, it's hard to answer because there are some concrete footings between this new office building and the Star Factory, and nobody knows actually what's going there. So
Yeah.
next to your nice drawing.
Yes.
So
You
and maybe
yeah.
they will just
So,
connect it to buildings.
so these bits are actually pointing us towards the direction that this is not going to be Star Factory, because it looks like, first, I think some corners of the media was speculating that they are going to connect Star Factory with the offices. So they laid some foundation, but I guess because nobody exactly knew that when the football field case is going to get closed,
The
they
soap
just
opera.
didn't. Yeah, they just didn't care, and they just minded their own businesses. And then
Yeah.
now that the situation has changed, probably they're gonna go with it. I mean, who knows? I mean, we are here. I think the Y photographer is gonna keep on taking photographs of this area, and then we will see. That's all we can say, I guess. Yeah.
But if you are waiting for my answer, then I don't think it will be built up. So because what's actually here missing from Star Factory, it has been built on the other side. So that's why
Uh-huh.
the whole Star Factory has a bit strange shape. But yeah, that was needed actually. So SpaceX has had to change the plans because of this parcel. It says
I guess
parcel,
I
right?
guess the biggest
Or
question is that, yeah, parcel, yeah.
parcel.
I guess the biggest question is that, do they need more factory space? Probably they gonna use as much as possible. I guess we will find out. Anyway,
Yeah,
I think we talked enough about this area. Let's
sure.
focus on, let's zoom out from this bit and let's see what's happening down at the launch site, because yeah, that's interesting as well.
Yeah, much more exciting things happening over there. So we try to cover everything. So let's start with of course what else with the tower 2, because as you can see it's currently already 6 modules high, yeah, plus of course the
Oh.
footings. So it's already higher as, for example, as for example, as LC-39A at the Kennedy Space Center, which is the
Which is this
historical
is
launch site.
crazy.
So
I
it's
mean,
already
just
higher as that tower. Just imagine it, or yeah.
yeah, it's totally mind bending. Yeah,
And
the
yeah,
scales down there is super crazy. It's just so hard to grasp that
yeah,
these things are massive.
you're very massive. And if you were just sitting there, you couldn't believe how
Yeah,
could they reach so fast like this height.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So and currently, as you can see, this giant crane, the CC-80 8800, has been lowered because it will be extended because like this shape or like this um, stand wouldn't be high enough to build the whole tower, and that's why
Mhm.
they will extend it. So there is a bit intermezzo now. That was the first part of this construction of the tower, and maybe you remember that we have talked about already, I guess 2 or 3 weeks ago, when this plan has come out from the FAA, that actually it was about the operations of the this giant crane, which has, I guess, T-Rex nickname, T-Rex. Yes. And so the first part said that the first 6 modules shall be put together, and actually that's when we are here. So after the first 6 has been stacked, then the crane shall be extended, which is currently going right now. And after the extension is finished, then they can continue and finish the construction because yes, three more segments are left, and I guess the new tower will be even higher as the Tower 1. I don't know exactly how much or with how many meters, but I guess when it's finished, then somebody will measure it somehow, and maybe
Mhm.
they will share it with us.
Well,
I
hopefully
mean,
they will let us know.
of course.
Nobody needs to go there to measure it.
And the last two parts of this tower has been stacked quite fast because before first Thursday there was only 4 parts or 4 segments on the top of each other, and or SpaceX was a bit late with this whole schedule, and that's why they just fasten up a bit, and the 5th segment has been raised on Friday, and the 6th has been raised already on Saturday. So that wasn't seen before, that they could stack 2 parts of the tower so fast next to each other, but they could manage it somehow because they have known already in advance that they will extend the tower, the crane, sorry, and they have to make a bit break in the construction anyway.
We have a nice animation from La Padre again about stacking the 6th segment. We are about to show you in a second. Yeah, so you can see it's from a distance, and you can see that this big crane was still up, and you can see the lift of the 6th segment. Yeah, they are super duper fast with this. It's amazing how fast the pace is at SpaceX
Yes.
in every single terms. I mean, if you think about it, how fast they build Star Factory, how fast they laid down the concrete base, they elevated the structures, covered them, and inside, during the team.the everyday astronaut walk around, you could already see that everything inside is finding its place. Some
Yeah.
bits are already, operating, and they are already smashing bits uh, and out from the Star Factory. It's incredible, and this is just gonna get more and more intensified. I think Elon Musk stated that 3 months and Star Factory is gonna be up, really, really, really doing some crazy good work.
Yeah, around
So
September or October. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I guess they need these towers because they're gonna have very soon a lot of test articles to test and fly. We're gonna touch that very soon. That exactly what the future holds, what kind of um, agreements they got or allowances from FAA regarding to their operations. So yeah. Anything else we need to touch at the
Um,
launch site? Because we
yeah, this
covered the
flame.
new. We
Maybe
covered the
the
new.
just a couple of words about the flame diverter because
Mhm.
it's building again. There was a bit break, maybe because of the much raining,
Mhm.
and they couldn't process or progress, making any progress. But from last Monday, so 1 week ago, the weather is quite good again, and they could finish the working or the construction of the flame diverter. And it's still a big question that actually how which direction uh, we'll have this diverter thing or this pit, because there are rumors that it will have two directions, but on which side we don't know yet. So of course
Let's
there are
see the
some.
let's see the photos of Chrome Kiwi
Yeah,
because
sure.
he shared some really good art, some renders. So this is one direction with a very wide sort of flame trench area,
Hmm.
and this is the one directional, and this is the two directional flame trench. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
maybe
interesting.
it won't be diagonal, but like 90 not percent, but what's the foc
Degree,
degree?
degree.
Yes. So 90 degrees from the tower. So we
Hmm.
don't know yet, but yeah, maybe in the next couple of weeks they can progress uh, so good that we could see actually the pace, or not the pace, but the shape of this whole flame trench.
Regarding to their plans.
Hmm.
If you see, so this is the tower and this is the flame trench, right? So
Yes,
most likely this is the direction
I
they are
think so,
going to use
because
it.
maybe they don't want to drive the whole thing to the direct to the air separation unit, because
Exactly.
you can see in the corner, in the left corner, with this pink, purple colored thing, that there will be a new air separation unit right there at the launch site, and I guess they won't attack it or impact with these flames.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely makes sense to use it this direction.
Yeah.
So according to that, I think if you go back to
Or I
what we
can
were
I can
talking.
imagine that they will have a direction to the bottom corner. That's
Mhm.
one more solution, but yeah, we will see it soon, I guess.
Yeah. 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 Anyway, it's definitely interesting. Obviously, these are all speculations. I don't think that anybody knows precise information except SpaceX and their engineers.
We hope
So
that they have the infos.
we definitely hope that they have a clue what's going on. Okay, right. Um, what about the plans? Because they released some plans regarding to the tests. I don't know. Shall do you know what I'm
Yes, I
talking
just
about?
I just looking
Mhm.
for this
Yeah.
summarize.
Let me just put that
But sure, you can you
picture.
can you can talk
Mhm.
it.
It's very interesting. Basically, we have some information regarding how many seconds they can test the different test articles while actually doing the conducting the static fires. So this is from FAA, and this is the currently proposed actions what we are actually paying attention. So this column is interesting
Hmm.
to us, basically. So they can do Starship static fire engine tests for 90 seconds. So that's regarding to the ship. So that's the second stage, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So 90 seconds puts us to 15 static fires if we are counting with an average
Yeah.
the numbers what they are usually conducting these days. Also 70 seconds for the booster, or the official name is super heavy.
Mhm.
And that's gonna give us 8 static fires per year. We are talking about per year, which is not a whole lot, but if they manage to catch boosters first and then ships, then they don't need to do another static fire with those articles, do they?
Yeah, so if everything goes perfectly
Hmm.
or almost perfect, then
Yeah.
they won't need another static fire either with ship or with the booster.
Hmm.
Of course, if one or more engines have to be swapped,
Swapped. Uh-huh.
swapped.
Swapped.
Finally, I got it. So of course, if any Raptors has been swapped, then they will do another static fire. But let's say if everything is okay with the prototypes, then they won't need a new static fire after the first or the second or the third launch.
Mhm, mhm. What's very interesting to me is that they are actually mentioning that they are planning. So after they catch, I'm not sure if booster or both stages, but definitely I think with booster, as far as I remember, that they are planning to do a horizontal flip, which is very strange because we have seen so far no article, no tools to actually flip and make any boosters, any sorry stages, laying down and keeping them horizontally. ULA is using a tool called the breakover fixture. Every time when they are actually bringing down a stage, or standing up a stage, they are using this mechanism to actually flip them 90 degrees up to vertical position or down to horizontal position. That would make SpaceX's life so much easier if they would invent the way that they can actually lay down the articles, because they can transport them easier, maybe not at Starbase, but if they want to transport anything down to Florida, that's never gonna happen vertically, right? That's just,
Vertically, for sure not.
yeah,
it,
that's
it,
impossible. You can't
it's
put it on a
impossible. Yeah.
barge. Yeah, it's
No,
70
it it
meters
it
and
it will just
fall.
going
Yeah,
down, fell down.
tip over. Yeah, definitely. So that's interesting that there is some speculation regarding to this. We don't know because we've seen so far nothing in terms of hardware that they can
And
do
you
this.
are and we are talking about a 70 or even bigger 70-meter high
Hmm.
or a long
Yep.
booster. So it's not like an Electron or any small rockets. It's a 70-meter or it's already 71-meter booster, like an
Well, it's
like an
as
entire
tall as a,
Falcon 9.
exactly. I was just about to say it's a
Yeah.
whole Falcon 9.
Yeah, it's a whole Falcon 9 from the tip to the bottom of the engines. So it's
Yeah, the first
it's
stage.
totally
Yeah.
unbelievable that how could they just standing there with the horizontal things. So how they will pressurize the tanks when it's horizontal. So I guess the physics will be a bit tricky in that
Yep.
way. But I guess SpaceX will manage it, and they will invent something
Yep.
very big,
Yep.
like because it's their
And also,
so
let's not forget, if you lay down a booster, you have grid fins, and these are
that's
huge.
the other thing. Yeah.
The good thing is that at least there is no heat tiles on it. So I guess structurally it can mess with the hardware if it's full. If it has 18,000 heat tiles on one side of it. So structurally that can be a problem. But with booster, it doesn't have any heat tiles. It doesn't need any heat tiles. So maybe that's more feasible with the booster. Not sure with the ship. Anyway, very interesting stuff. What's the next thing that's very interesting on this list is basically the fact that the how many launches they're gonna allow to SpaceX per year. So that's 25 launches for each stage. So obviously a full stack 25 launch. We're talking about suborbit. Okay, so they are doing suborbital launches right now, but they are kind of orbital launches. They just don't accelerate them for an
I would
orbital
also.
velocity. Yes. The only reason why I say this is because here in the list they specify Starship suborbital launch. So I guess Starship, again, it's so confusing because they use the terminology Starship for the whole full stack, and they also regarding Starship for the second stage. So it's a bit confusing, at least for me. But what I highlighted, it says Starship suborbital launch. So do they regard like the SN8, 9, 10, 11, 15 second stage suborbital launches for 12 and a half or 10 kilometers?
Yeah.
Or or are they regarding like what they are conducting now? Flight 3, flight
Mhm.
4, flight 5, suborbital, not doing a whole orbit suborbital flights.
Yeah,
That
technically there are still suborbital flights because they don't reach orbit. But
Mhm.
anyway, it's even higher, uh, uh, higher orbit or higher, yeah, as the 12 or no, the 10 or 12.5 kilometers.
Yes.
What we are doing with the previous ships a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
So the terminology is a bit confusing. Yeah, I can I can agree with that.
But yeah, we will see again. In the chat, because I'm trying to pay attention to the chat as well. Hi, Stephen Lewis. He's saying transport in sections. Join at Roberts Road. Yeah, that might be a solution as well. That for now they're gonna produce the sections at Star Factory, and then they ship all these segments to Florida, and then they just weld them together.
Yeah,
But
it's totally imaginable.
they don't have bays. So they don't have any bays over there. No high
Yet.
bay, no mega bays yet. That
But
can change. Yes.
I guess it can and it will change. But yeah, at the Kennedy, the Roberts Road area will be extended as well. So they will, I guess, they will do first the extension, and after that they will just build out everything. So I don't know how
Mhm.
many bays, but there is already a Star Factory which is used for Starlink currently, I guess, for the Starlink satellites
Production. Mhm.
production. So yeah, but yeah, the Roberts Road has a big future, I guess.
Mhm.
But we have talked. I mean, the horizontal things. We have talked about the depot on the
Mhm.
on the Starbase. Yes. So not for the transportation, but how they depot the not used prototypes, right? Or have I'm
No, no,
wrong?
no. The assembly. So how
The
to
assembly. Yeah.
assemble the segments, but
Hmm.
without the base, it's just not gonna happen for
Yeah.
sure now. Good idea, but we cannot back it up. Also, there was another interesting specification. Now, this is more interesting. Yeah. So I think the upgraded, so this right column is again is to our greatest interest because the length, the specification, obviously, the length of the super heavy, that's block 3
Yes.
or
Yes.
that's not block 3.
Yeah, because the Block 2 booster won't have any
Extension.
extension.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm just thinking about, but no. So the Block 3 will be totally different. So the whole staging ring, it will be actually a part of the body itself, and it
Mm-hmm.
will be lengthened with
Integrated to the whole thing.
integrated. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be lengthened until 80 meters, and the ship will be 70 meters. So like an entire Falcon 9 again. So the second stage, I want to highlight the second stage will be like a totally or the entire Falcon 9
Mm-hmm.
and the SLS core booster. Just think about it.
Yeah.
So the SLS is quite a big rocket. Okay, that we can agree with that. So imagine that a second stage of the rocket is the same height as the SLS core stage itself. And under the 70 meter there is an 80 meter super heavy booster. So if maybe you can add these two numbers and accumulate, so it's 150 meters. So it's
Mad,
totally insane.
mad. before we continue, again, let me point back to the chat. Stephen Lewis was suggesting, what about if they use the VAB? That's actually a fair point, because there were
Yes.
rumors
Yeah.
that certain parts of the VAB SpaceX might be able to use.
Hmm.
And well, that's a big ass building, so probably they can get a good use of it.
There is
So
space.
that's tall enough for a Starship, isn't it?
Even for Starship, yes. Luckily, the Starship is not so high that the VAB won't be high enough for that. But yeah, there were rumors, I guess, a couple of years ago that the
Hmm.
first hangar shall be rented by SpaceX because SLS is constructed in the fourth bay, I guess, and maybe SpaceX could rent the first or the number one bay or hangar.
Hmm.
But since then, there is quite silence about it, so we don't know anything news. But maybe it will change soon.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. Okay,
Because
back to the.
when so just one more sentence, when SpaceX will ramp up the production or the operations in the Kennedy, I guess there won't be a good solution to take everything from the Starbase, uh, either
Oh,
in parts or the whole prototype. So it's impossible to do this. So that's why they will need a quite big infrastructure in the Kennedy Space Center as well, and that's why I guess, or we guess, that they will need VAB as well.
hmm.
So
Hmm.
they will rent
Hmm.
it from the NASA.
Hmm. Okay, so back to the chart. Can you read it? You can read it, probably.
Yes. Mhm.
Yep. Okay. I allow you to proceed because you are the more technical person when it comes to specifications.
Okay, so we are talking about the landings or the
No, no, no,
measurement,
no, no. The
or
shared screen, the photos.
okay.
So
Just
yep.
so
So
I need
the
1 second,
specifications.
please.
Uh huh.
When
Uh huh.
I just
Yep.
open it
In the
quick.
meantime, so the diameter gonna remain 9 meters.
Yeah, that's
That's
for sure.
that
Yeah,
that
I have it.
that
Okay,
won't change. Yeah. Okay.
I have it. So
Hmm.
yeah, the diameter won't change. Uh, mm, yes. So yeah, we just finished it quite fast, and we will talk about, of course, Raptor 3 because that's the last topic, which is maybe the most exciting things from weekend.
Hmm.
So yes, which is quite interesting that as you can see, the number of engines will be more. So it will be, instead of 33, it will be 35. So 2 more engines will be put somehow. I don't know how, but somehow it will be put under the booster, and also the ship will get 3 more Raptors, which is not included here. But it was already in the plans that instead of 6 Raptors, it will have 9. So 3 Raptor center and 6 Raptor vacuums in total, and that's why the thrust is a bit high. So it's more than 100 meganewtons. So it's totally insane. If you imagine that the Saturn V has the third of the thrust, and it wasn't a
One
very
third. Yeah.
one
One.
third of the.
That's huge.
So yeah, and Saturn V was a quite badass rocket in that time. And if you just imagine or think about that, super heavy will have 3 times bigger thrust as Saturn V. That it's totally insane. So it's
Yeah.
unbelievable, and it will be fully not expanded, but fully reusable. Totally the opposite.
Yes.
And yeah, of course, because the bodies of the prototypes will be lengthened, of course, the propellant quantity will be raised as well. Yeah, it will be quite big tons or lots of tons of propellant inside.
Insane.
So, and yeah, we can just move to the Raptor 3. What do you think, Sabi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got some crazy good photos from Elon,
Yeah.
and let me just bring it in real quick and let's see. Okay, so this is actually shared with by SpaceX. I mean, this is
Out of
okay.
nothing, actually.
So, so I have to say, so this is now. It's not just rocket science anymore. This is art.
Yes.
This is for me bloody art. I mean, just take a look at the development and how clean it became. It's art. It's just beautiful to look at it.
It's so simplified that we can just believe our eyes, I guess. So just look at the
It's insane.
Raptor 1 and compare it with the Raptor 3. So it was done by a totally different company, but no, it's all the things it's from SpaceX.
There are some resemblance, obviously, but and let me highlight. So the one on the right, this is not CGI. These are real
No.
photographs. Okay, there is no CGI in here. This is real. This is real.
Yeah, and it's a very near future, so it won't introduced, I don't know, in 10 years, but maybe next year already.
And
And just
so
think about so Raptor 1 started to develop in 2015 or 16, I guess. So they have reached here currently with the Raptor 3 only in 9 years, which is in the rocket factory is almost nothing.
this is crazy. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is already at McGregor, and this has been already tested as far.
Yes.
It's definitely in McGregor, so the test facility. I
I'm
think
not
there
sure
is
that
one.
I'm not sure that this current Raptor has been already tested, or it is only the first first of the serial number of it.
So
But
look, so this is definitely was taken at McGregor because we can see the
that's
flame trench at the background.
that's for
Yeah,
sure. But we
so
don't
it's
know if
definitely installed. We don't know if they fired it.
yeah. So we don't know it's before the test or after the test, but it's for sure that
Yes.
it's staged for testing.
Yes. I mean, and
I guess that's a
also.
tripod, if I'm correct. There's a tripod stand, but I'm not sure. But any stand of McGregor.
Yeah, yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong again. So they already had Raptor 3s, but this is the first in the production.
Right. Yes.
So they already has been testing Raptor 3s for quite a while.
Yes.
So we know
Months
that they
ago.
were firing
Months ago.
horizontal and vertical stands as well.
Yeah, so at least the parts of the Raptor 3, so the third generation of the Raptors, has been tested in parts for sure. But as you can see, that's the serial number 1. So that's for sure. That's the Raptor 3, which is in the production line or the mass production, the first thing which was run up.
Yep. Yep. It's incredible. It's just it's crazy. So let's just go back to the complexity because again, if I understand correctly, so they got rid quite a few bits from the previous versions, and also they built. This is more simple outside, and it became much more complex inside.
Yeah.
If that's correct. So they moved a lot of parts inside.
Yeah, so that's it. So unbelievable that everything they could everything just zip in
Yeah.
inside of the Raptors. So just look at the first generation. That everything is so like Elon mentioned that it's like a Christmas tree, and he was right because it's thing like this. Yeah, totally garbage, or I don't know how to say it, but yeah. But they had to start somehow and somewhere, and yeah, I just talked about the figures because we could just look into the numbers or the figures or the data of the Raptor 3 because of course it's a totally art, as you mentioned, from outside, but from inside it has even more advantages. So SpaceX was so nice that they shared with us the figures of the Raptor 3. So if you just look at it, the thrust will be 280 tons of force, which is more almost the double of the Raptor 1. So they could almost double the power actually of the engine. Meanwhile, it has even more specific impulse. So if you just compare it with any other sea level engines, it has already the longest specific impulse time with 350 seconds, which is totally insane from a sea level variant engine, because of course if we compare it with vacuum engines, the 350 is not so big. But maybe as you mentioned, when you think about the rocket launch, the sea level engines working not so long duration. Okay, even by the Raptor or the Merlin engines, so they working 2 or 2.5 minutes.
165 seconds,
Yeah,
something
and
like
it's
that.
double of this if it is time. And and if we are comparing the other things, that the engine mass is only 1.5 tons, which is totally insane, because the Raptor one was more than 2 tons. So they could somehow reduce it with almost with 500 kilograms. Of course, we could edit that as SpaceX mentioned, that engine plus vehicle side commodities and hardware mass is in total 1,720 kilograms instead of Raptor 1, which was 3,630 kilograms. So it's almost the half of the first generation Raptor. So while they have doubled the power, they could reduce the empty mass, or actually the mass,
dry mass, the
the
dry
dry
mass.
mass of the engine to the half. So maybe still not the Raptor is the most powerful engine nowadays, but compared to other rocket engines, and if we compare it with the other figures, I mean the specific impulse, the mass itself, the empty mass, then it takes, or it gives Raptor the first place, I guess, for the most impressive and most improved rocket engine nowadays.
In the chat poll, Michael Friedman give us a
Finish it.
second. We're gonna work on it. Okay.
That's
We did not
that
mute
told us that
ourselves,
we have
that's
to
for
finish it.
sure. Oh, there is no camera. Keep on showing. Give us some time.
Can you hear me, Sabi?
It is fixed. Okay, now they say that it's fixed. Okay, so but let us know, please, if you can hear us again, because that's very important. I'm gonna
Okay,
wait for
Sabi, here. Do you hear
confirmation.
me?
Okay, now
Do
I
you
can't
copy?
hear you. Okay, now I can't hear you.
That's by you now. Okay, so yeah, we have some technical problems, but bear with us. We are
Okay,
almost
audio is back. Cool. Okay.
all right.
Um, right. So I was just saying that basically, so every booster gonna get rid of all the heat shields. So 33 times the heat shields and the fire suppression system is off. So we all know that the booster has weight problems. It yeah, it's just overweight because they kept on
Too
adding
fat.
more. Yeah, too fat. Yeah, they kept on adding more and more and more mass because of the sloshing inside and
Hot
more
staging
what's
ring.
the hot staging ring, and also what's the reinforcement,
Uh, some
the
sloshing.
no,
Uh,
the from outside, when they strengthen the wall. I forgot the
uh,
terminology. Um,
stringers.
Stringers, thank you. So they kept on adding more and more weight to it. So finally, it's on diet, and finally, it's gonna start losing weight. Very important because,
And Raptor
yeah,
helps much in the diet.
yes.
Okay, in the meantime,
So
I have found. Oh yes, you'll finish it then. I will
no, no,
come
no,
with
that's
the
it. No, 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 that's it. That's it. Go with the chamber pressure.
yeah. So the what Elon Musk mentioned on X a couple of months ago that the Raptor engine just reached 330 bar chamber pressure.
330. Okay.
330 bar. So
Yeah,
it's quite
400
good.
seems like, yeah, 400
Uh,
seems like a long
maybe
shot, but yeah.
maybe it's physically impossible.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
maybe it's even for SpaceX it's impossible, but we'll see because
Yeah.
uh, when we are talking about SpaceX, maybe we couldn't we can be sure in impossible things
Hmm.
because they
Hmm.
they can make it possible somehow.
Yeah. There's a question from Zelly. Is asking how many Raptor V1 and V2 still on stock. It's a good question. I don't know if we can answer that, but on this photograph, let me just highlight the serial number, and I guess this is not even the highest. So
Uh,
this says
no.
569, but currently we've seen, what was the highest? I know I'm asking very
Mm,
specific details here, but
let me think. Almost
um
600, but I'm sure that at McGregor there is more than 600 serial number for sure.
yeah.
And in terms of the Raptor one, I guess it's only souvenir. So they just collecting it, or I don't know, but it's for sure that they don't construct it anymore because why would they do it? Of course, not no ships and no boosters use it anymore nowadays.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
what has been constructed or built, it's only like a nice nice thing to remember.
Yep. Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
again, with the engine, the production rate is crazy, and how much they spend on every engine to construct them, it's really peanuts compared to other companies. How much each rocket engine costs. Let's just think about ULA. The engines are giving what, like 80%, almost 90% of the whole rocket's cost. I mean,
yeah.
that's insane. That's why they wanna reuse them and recover them at some
But if
point.
they want to build one day 1,000 ship fleet, of course they will need a quite big production rate from the
They need to
Raptors as
ramp it
well.
up. Absolutely,
So
absolutely. Okay, I think, well, we overstepped our usual 1 hour mark, but
just
I
like
guess,
Space Junkie thing,
yeah, we definitely bring in our methods.
that's how
Usually,
we do it.
it's
Sorry.
in Hungarian, so most of you won't understand most of it. But we don't seem to be able to make short live programs. Anyway, thanks very much for being with us here today. I hope you really enjoyed what you saw, what you heard. Definitely smash the like button if you do so. Subscribe to the channel and definitely become a channel member for all the perks. And yeah, support this channel on Patreon as well. The, let's not forget, this is what about it. plus, so support for the main channel as well. What about it? And join here as well, because we are keep on coming back on every Mondays for a morning talk. Yes, let's do that. I think we try to stick with this program because we like to talk about this topic. We are keep improving with our English because we definitely like the international company as well. So again, thank you very much, Dave. Just a couple of words, maybe, for
Thanks for your kind attention, and hopefully we will see you next Monday again. And until that, keep in touch somehow.
yeah,
And
yep,
yeah, have a
yep,
nice afternoon, evening, morning, and see you next
yeah,
time.
yeah. As in Truman Show, every time Jim Carrey said good morning, and in case if we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you very much. We see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.